Hi guys, this is Kat from Vegan and Cat. Today's video I have about my beauty routine and my ocean-friendly beauty routine and why it's so important to vote with our wallets and buy things which are sustainable and good for our reefs and good for our oceans, or at least not bad for our reefs and oceans, to keep protecting the planet and ocean we love. So in this little video, I'm gonna tell you the few things I look out for when buying new products, then sharing the ones I use. I would love to hear your feedback and what do you use down below, and of course feel free to join the family, Ocean Pancake on Facebook or Ocean Pancake on Patreon, where you get lots of behind the scenes footage. Let's get into it. So the first thing I look into whenever I'm buying beauty related or any sort of, topical things is the company itself. So I want to look at the company's ethos. Do they operate under vegan, ethical, eco-friendly kind of measures? I take some time to actually go into their website and look these things up and see whether they are donating to some sort of ocean-friendly or earth-friendly cause. I have a whole video about 15 eco-friendly companies, which you can check out here. But for any new product that I decide to buy, I do like going to see their mission statement, their ethos, and just seeing if this is something I align with. So one is the company's ethics. Number two is the packaging they use. So as you will notice from the company's ethics, if they do care about the planet, they will make it very loud and clear. And they will advertise our packaging is recyclable or fully biodegradable or something like that. So as an example, Leaf Shave, which is the company that is sponsoring this video, but also is a razor I have been using for about a year and a half. All their packaging is cardboard, so it's fully recyclable. It arrived in, I believe it was a recyclable post bag, or it might have been a biodegradable post bag. But the point is, their packaging from start to finish is conscious of our earth. So that is one thing to consider. If you're looking for more beauty tip things, I like opting for glass because it can be refilled or at least recycled, or then tin. So I try and avoid plastics, just as we know plastics will biodegrade into microplastics, etc. I know there's plastics on the pipette, but it's really hard to avoid it altogether. So I think one of the biggest goals is to reduce, so it's not a black and white thing. It's definitely a spectrum. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to add to the packaging and the shipping, is where are you buying these products from? It is always better to buy local, as that decreases the amount of carbon emissions of the product having to fly to you. So I like to try buy Australian products because this decreases the distance it has to travel. It also means I'm supporting the local economy, which is great, and supporting small businesses. So the first thing, ethics. Second thing is the packaging. Third thing is the ingredients. So what is actually in these products? Are these products ocean friendly, or do they have chemicals which can damage the reef? So the first example of this, of course, I have is sunscreen. Sophie, we'll play later. Is sunscreen. As we know, a lot of sunscreen is not reef safe. It has compounds such as Oxybenzone in it, which actually contribute to making coral reefs infertile. Now, whenever we go swimming or diving in a lake or the ocean, these chemicals will rub off our bodies and it will travel downstream or directly to the corals and get into their systems and make them potentially biologically infertile, which means biologically dead. So that's why I find it so important, especially since I'm out on the ocean all the time, to wear reef-friendly sunscreen. I have a whole list of reef-friendly sunscreen you can look at down below, and also learn about what components you are looking out for in the actual list of reef-friendly sunscreen. It's not easy, and it takes more effort than just buying whatever's cheapest, and I know that was my kind of view a few years ago, but now I really try and take the effort, take the time, do my research to actually find out what is not damaging our earth actual products. Now, let me tell you about the products I use. Sophie, you're in my way. So in the morning, what I do is just wash my face with water because I want to keep any of the oils I have on my face. And then I moisturize, which I like using this Saint Cred oil moisturizer because it's really thick and it makes me just feel so good. It's virgin oil and raw butter blend, blue lotus, and frankincense. And as you can see, I've almost finished, well, it's halfway the bottle. And I've been using it almost every day now for like 6 months. So it goes a really long way. It's locally made in Tasmania, and it just really gives a nice and smooth and silky feel for my skin, especially here where it's very dry air. I need that thick moisturizing kind of capacity of the oil. Once I've put on the oil, I put on my sunscreen. I do live in a part of the world where it's sunny every single day. And even if it is not sunny every single day, putting on sunscreen is one of the best things you can do to kind of slow the aging process and keep your skin feeling healthy and everything. So I use a couple of different sunscreens, but I wanted to showcase this one just because it is in a metal tin. It was in my dive bag, so it kind of got squished. But this is also locally Australian made. It's Surf Zinc. So zinc actually has nanoparticles which are bigger than the certain amount. So they do not get into the reef, the coral systems. And I can't open it right now, but this one is Surf Zinc, right? So it's very heavy and provides a physical protection from the sun. This is the sunscreen I use if I go out on the boat or if I spend a lot of time in the sun. So if I'm boating on the beach, things like that. For my daily use, I'm currently using up all the other sunscreens I have that are not necessarily all reef friendly, but if they don't have the reef friendly thing, typically the kid friendly ones will actually be reef friendly because they do not have those harmful chemicals. And I always wonder, like, if you're gonna put it on your kids and then not put the adult ones on the kids, should we put the adult ones on anyone? Anyway, that's a side note. So, and I use those every day. So I just wash my face with water, put some moisturizer, and then I put my sunscreen on. Oh yeah, and then of course I also use my No Pong deodorant. Now this is also Australian made, I think. You can see I've almost finished it. I have a whole video about zero waste deodorants. I tried the Lush bar. Unfortunately here in Western Australia it got very dry, so it dried out, so it wasn't as easy to put on. And then I also had the Bjork Crystal, which I also loved, and it's a great alternative. However, because it is so hot here and I sweat so much, I found the No Pong natural one to just be fantastic. So it's Australian made. It has very basic ingredients over here. And yeah, it's made in Sydney, so it's local. It says, "Don't throw me away, recycle me or reuse me another day." So I really like this company's ethos, and yeah, it's my go-to deodorant in the morning. Now, if I do need to shave, this is when I go to my trusty Leaf Shave Razor. So this razor is fantastic because, as you can see, it has no plastic components, yet it moves completely like just one of those plastic razors. So I have some disposable razors here in comparison. Now, what I absolutely love about this is you can switch out the blades in this fancy section. You can switch out the blades in here, decide whether you want 1, 2, or 3 blades, and then just have that perfect shave. Now, as someone who's very lazy, I'm not the biggest fan of switching out my blades. And even after not switching out my blade for 3 months, it still gives me a pretty good shave. But I shouldn't be that lazy, especially because switching out the blade is such an easy process. All you do is kind of unscrew this back bit, and voila, it opens up, and then your actual razor will come with a whole packet of razors in there. So you'll just snap them in half, put them in there, and then keep shaving. What I love about them is that one packet of this reusable razor handle and the razors in there is equivalent to all of these single-use plastic razors, right? And not only is it equivalent in terms of volume, like how many razors you have on here versus in that packet, these need to be thrown away. They're basically useless. This can be reused again and again and again. And with this thing, they also go blunt really quickly. This has high quality razors that do not go blunt. And honestly, the only downside, and I'm telling you guys the truth, the only downside of this is that because it doesn't have plastic on it, it's a little slippery in the shower. But I have still only cut myself the same amount as I would have with a normal plastic razor. So it's a little bit more expensive, but honestly, in terms of like outright, yes, it's more expensive than a crappy plastic one. However, you can use this for years and years to come. And as I said, I've used mine for 2 years and I absolutely love it, and it's fantastic for my legs, for any other part of my body that I want. It's good for men and women, so go down to the link below. You can actually get a discount from me, but I highly recommend. That's the razor. In terms of during the day, ST Cred has these amazing little lip balms that I absolutely love. They are so nice on the lips. They keep my lips nice and moisturized, as I said, in this hectic heat. And I also hope they provide some protection. It's a Shea Climate Organic Lip Service. If you want to check out their full review, I have it on the oceanpancake website, so head on over there. Okay, now after my full day has been done and I come home, the first thing I do is I wash my face. And I got some new bars. Now, I cannot find my facial one for some reason, because I think I went traveling with it, and then I can't find it. But I usually use the facial new bar, or now that I can't find that one, I've been using the shampoo new bar on my face, just washing it off. It is a bar, so it doesn't have the packaging of plastic, and it's just really to take off the sunscreen or any dirt and grime I've accumulated during the day. So I take that off, and then the next step is I've been loving, absolutely loving the Ordinary products. So the Ordinary products consider themselves an abnormal beauty company because all that they have inside is very simple ingredients. There's no fragrances, there's no fancy things, there's no packaging, and it's pretty cheap. And I can buy a lot of these things in glass bottles. So again, they do have some which have plastic, so I avoid those. I buy the glass bottles. They last a long time, and they have all these like really fancy multi-peptide serums and things. I've been watching some Hiram. Thank you, Hiram, for teaching me about what is important for my skin. But I've been really loving this. As you can see, it's completely empty, so I need to go buy some more. It would be great if they could refill them. But anyway, so I get these. Again, I like that they're metal. I use the multi-peptide serum, and then sometimes I will use the other like retinoids, just depending on what day of the week it is. Once I've used my multi-peptide serum, I will use a moisturizer, again like a water-based one, and then follow it up with my Street Cred oil, which is more heavy duty. So sometimes I just do this once a day, so just in the evening. Sometimes I do it in the morning, so just depending on how my skin is feeling. So these are my favorite kind of beauty products, which are good for the planet. So let me know what products you like. Let me know down below, and join the Ocean Pancake family. I would love to see you guys on Patreon, where we all have a very good time. You can become a shark, a turtle, or a manta ray, and shark, a turtle, or a killer whale. And if you become a killer whale, you get yourself a Plastic is the Killer t-shirt, and you join the family. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in next week's video. Bye.